Today, as the sun rises on August 14th, 2025, I come to you with a message that carries a weight you can feel deep in your soul. There's an urgency in the air, a sense that time is not stretching endlessly before you, but is instead drawing tight, like a thread pulling you toward a moment that could change everything. Archangel Michael, a mighty warrior of heaven, stands beside you, his presence both powerful and tender. His voice echoes with divine authority as he declares, "There are only 35 minutes left for you to hear this word and let it settle into your heart." These are not mere words. They are a call, a divine invitation meant for you alone. Somewhere in the vastness of heaven, there's someone you love deeply, someone whose memory lingers in your quiet moments, whose absence has left an ache you carry in silence. This person, who now walks in the eternal light of God's presence, has been given permission to reach across the divide between heaven and earth to speak to you today. They've been waiting for this exact moment, not just to bring you comfort, but to share a truth that can lift the heavy burden you've been carrying for far too long. This message isn't for the masses, it's for you, crafted with divine precision to meet you right where you are. Please, don't turn away from this. Don't let this moment slip through your fingers. Every sentence you read carries a fragment of the truth they long for you to grasp. If you pause or hesitate, there's a risk that doubt, fear, or distraction might cloud your mind, pulling you away from what heaven is trying to tell you. The one you love, now free from pain and sorrow in the courts of heaven, has been watching you. They've seen the tears you've wiped away in secret, the nights when sleep wouldn't come, when your heart wrestled with questions that seemed to have no answers. Why did it happen this way? Why was I left to walk this path without them? Today, heaven is speaking to you with clarity. Their absence from this earth was never an absence in the spirit. They've been closer than you could imagine, walking beside you in moments when you felt utterly alone. When you couldn't find the strength to pray, they were whispering prayers over you, lifting your name before the throne of God. The enemy has tried to convince you that heaven is distant, that it's a far-off place, disconnected from your daily struggles. But the truth is so much greater. The veil between you and them is thinner than a whisper, and right now, through God's divine permission, they are speaking to you. They see something coming in your life, a door of restoration, a season of joy that you cannot yet see. They're urging you not to let despair or hopelessness steal this moment from you. Your tears, the ones you thought no one noticed, have been seen by heaven. Every single one has been collected, cherished like precious oil in the hands of God. You may have felt abandoned, forsaken, or forgotten, but the truth is that heaven has been working tirelessly behind the scenes to guide your steps. Even the delays that frustrated you, the moments when it seemed like nothing was moving forward, were part of a divine protection. People who left your life, doors that closed, these were not losses but safeguards, orchestrated by God to shield you from what wasn't meant for you. Archangel Michael himself has been sent to stand guard at the threshold of your next chapter. And that's why this moment carries such urgency. It's not about fear, it's about the precision of heaven's timing. There's movement happening in the unseen realm, a stirring that's connected directly to you. The person you love in heaven wants you to know they are at peace. They carry no anger, no regret, no disappointment. They see the guilt you've held onto, the what-ifs and I should-haves that have weighed down your heart. Those thoughts are chains, and heaven is declaring that you were never meant to carry them into the next season of your life. This is your moment to step forward, not tomorrow, not next week, but now. The 35 minutes Michael speaks of aren't a literal clock ticking down in the way we measure time on earth. They are a prophetic symbol, a divine window of opportunity, where heaven's will and your faith can align to unlock something extraordinary. The one you love is standing in agreement with God, cheering you on toward the fullness of the life He has planned for you. They urging you to prepare your heart, because something is about to be released, something that will bring clarity to the confusion you've walked through. You've been asking for a sign, haven't you? A confirmation that God sees you, that He hasn't forgotten you. This message is that sign. It's not a coincidence that you're reading these words at this exact moment. The heavens are not silent today. They are alive with purpose, and Archangel Michael's voice carries an urgency that cannot be ignored. God Himself is calling you by name, saying, "My beloved child, this moment is sacred." The one you love in heaven is not distant. They are alive in a realm where pain and fear no longer exist. They've been allowed to witness your life, your struggles, your victories, the quiet moments when you thought no one was watching. They've seen the battles you've faced, the questions that have kept you awake, the hope that's been tested by life's challenges. And they've been interceding, asking God to break through the noise of your world, to reach you right here, right now. You've wondered if they know how much you miss them. The answer is yes. Not only do they know, but they carry that love in a way that's been purified by God's light. They're free from the burdens they once carried on earth, and because of that, they see your life with a clarity you can't yet grasp. They've seen the prayers you've prayed, the ones you thought went unanswered. They've seen the moments when you felt like giving up, and they've been asking God to intervene in something specific you're facing right now, something that's been draining your hope and testing your strength. These 35 minutes are a divine countdown, not to an end, but to a beginning. The answer you've been waiting for, the breakthrough you thought might take years, is closer than you think. Your loved one in heaven has seen it, and they're joining with God's will to intercede for your destiny. Archangel Michael has been standing watch over your life, guarding you from unseen battles. There have been attacks through people, situations, sudden changes that tried to derail you, but they were stopped by God's command. Michael is saying, this message must reach you now, because the steps you take next will either open the floodgates of blessing or cause you to miss what has been prepared for you. There's a divine decree written in heaven with your name on it, not on paper, but in the eternal ink of God's will. In this decree, there's restoration for what was stolen, healing for what was wounded, and clarity for what's been clouded. You've been carrying the weight of uncertainty, the pull of distractions, the ache of unanswered questions. This message is your confirmation. You are not forgotten, and nothing is lost in God. You've been tempted to believe that the time you've lost is gone forever. But God is the one who redeems time. He restores what was taken, and He's gathering every tear you've cried to exchange them for joy that cannot be stolen. The one you love in heaven has seen this joy coming. They've seen the light breaking through the clouds over your life, and that's why they're urging you to act now. Don't be afraid of what's ahead. Don't be shaken by the noise around you. The blessing God is bringing will silence every lie and cancel every plan of the enemy. You will not miss this. The countdown isn't meant to pressure you, but to prepare you. Every moment between now and the release of this blessing is aligning the right people, the right doors, the right opportunities. You've prayed for the right season, this is it. You'll feel their presence soon, in a way that leaves no doubt that God has allowed this connection. They won't speak as they did on earth, but God's Spirit will translate their love, their joy, their reassurance into moments you'll recognize. This isn't your imagination. It's God's way of showing you that love in Him never dies. So, hold this message close. The heavens are moving for you. Archangel Michael stands guard. The one you love stands in agreement, and God is bringing to pass what you thought was impossible. The time is now. The blessing is here, and it's just for you. God's voice presses in again, saying, "My child, this is not a casual moment." The atmosphere around you is shifting, as if the air itself is trembling with anticipation. The one you love in heaven has walked the corridors of light, seeking permission from God's throne to send you this truth. Your time has come. The weariness you've carried, the long nights, the heavy days filled with questions, these are not the end of your story. God has seen every tear, heard every sigh, recorded every prayer you thought went unnoticed. Today, those prayers are rising before His throne, and He is responding in a way that will leave no doubt that He is moving in your life. The person you love, whose voice you long to hear, whose touch you miss, is alive in God's presence. They've seen your struggles, your victories, the moments when you've held on despite the pain. They've been given permission to whisper into your spirit, to tell you that you're not abandoned, not forgotten, not overlooked. They've seen the plans God is unfolding for you, plans greater than you've dared to imagine. Don't fear what's coming, even if it feels like disruption at first. The 35 minutes are a divine window, a moment where your heart must choose to align with what God is sending. Delay could mean waiting for another season, and God doesn't want that for you. The enemy would love for you to scroll past this, to dismiss it as coincidence. But nothing about this moment is random. Heaven has synchronized it perfectly. The one you love has seen the traps set against you, secret conversations, plans formed to steal your joy, words spoken to diminish you. But God has gone ahead to scatter those plans, turning what was meant to harm you into stepping stones for your rise. This is not the season to shrink back. It's the season to lift your head, even if storm clouds gather. God's light will guide you to the place of promise. Your loved one in heaven is a witness to the covenant God has with you. They've seen the scrolls of your destiny, the pages yet to be turned, and they rejoice because they know what's coming. You'll stand in rooms where your name is honored. You'll receive calls and messages that shift the course of your days. You'll walk into blessings so perfectly timed that you'll know only God could have orchestrated them, but He needs your attention now. These 35 minutes are a countdown to alignment. Someone is coming, carrying keys to unlock doors long closed. If you dismiss this, you risk missing it. But if you open your heart, saying, "Lord, I receive what you're sending," the atmosphere around you will shift before this day ends. The one you love is proud of you, not because you've been perfect, but because you've endured. You've stood when it was easier to fall, chosen love when bitterness was tempting, forgiven when you could have cursed. Those choices are seeds planted in eternity, and the harvest is breaking through. The battle over your life has been fierce, but the victory is already written. The one you love wanted to tell you this because they knew you. Listen to their voice. You're closer than you think. Hold on. Trust God. Don't give up now. In the next 3 days, watch for confirmation of this message. It might come through an unexpected person, a sudden change in plans, or an opportunity that seems to come out of nowhere. When it arrives, remember this moment and know that God has done it. Your story won't end in disappointment. The grave didn't silence the one you love, and your trials won't silence you. You'll sing again, laugh again, rise again, and it will be a testimony that God is faithful, that He keeps His promises, even when the night feels endless. The heavens are bending low over your life. Archangel Michael's presence is fierce and protective, his voice echoing, 35 minutes left. This is not a poetic warning. It's a divine countdown. The one you love is pleading for you to hear this, to open your heart, to act now. They've seen what's coming, both the blessings and the challenges, and they know that your response in these moments will shape what happens next. God is saying, my child, I've placed my hand over you, even when you felt alone. I've heard your silent cries, counted your tears, walked behind you when you thought no one was there. The prayers you whispered in secret have been stored in God's hands. Today, they're colliding with His appointed time. This is why Michael is here, why the one you love has been allowed to speak across the veil. They want you to know they've seen your tears, your longing, your wish for just one more moment with them. This is that moment, in a way only heaven understands. They don't want you to stay bound to the past or live in regret. They want you to step boldly into what God is giving you now. There's a financial shift coming, one that will surprise you in its timing and source. There's a relationship strained, uncertain, or broken that God is moving to heal. The one you love has seen this and is rejoicing because it will restore a part of your heart you thought was lost. And there's protection over your steps, guarding you from someone whose intentions aren't pure. Michael and your loved one are aware, and God is dealing with it. Angels are moving, shifting people, opening pathways, closing doors that need to close. Don't grieve those closed doors. They're your protection. God is calling you to sit quietly for a moment, to set aside the noise and listen with your spirit. You'll feel a stillness, then a stirring His Spirit, aligning your heart with His. You'll discern the person with a hidden agenda. Recognize the opportunity that seems risky, but is truly from God. And see the connection between this moment and a prayer you prayed long ago. The one you love is smiling, knowing what's coming is good. They're urging you to trust and obey. God will not let your feet slip. He will not let the enemy's plans prosper. But He needs your faith, your agreement, your yes in these 35 minutes. You've wondered if the signs you've seen, the sudden memory, the dream, the gentle breeze, were from them. God says yes. He allowed it because He knew you needed to feel their nearness. You're not walking alone. You're loved beyond measure, seen in ways you haven't even thought to ask for. This is your moment. Don't let it slip away. The Lord is speaking. Michael is guarding. Heaven is agreeing. And the one you love is cheering. Step boldly, faithfully, immediately into what God is doing. The voice of heaven continues to echo in this sacred moment, pulling you closer to a truth that's been prepared just for you. As the clock ticks on this day, August 14th, 2025, the urgency of Archangel Michael's words lingers in the air. Only 35 minutes remain for you to open your heart to what God is revealing. This isn't a fleeting thought or a passing sentiment, it's a divine call, a moment where the eternal reaches into your present, urging you to listen with every part of your being. The one you love, now standing in the radiant courts of heaven, is leaning closer than ever, their heart beating with a love that death cannot silence. They're pleading for you to hold fast to this message, to let it sink deep into your soul. You've carried so much, haven't you? The weight of questions that seem to have no answers, the ache of moments you wish you could relive, the quiet pain of wondering if you're truly seen. But God is saying, my child, I've never taken my eyes off you. The one you love in heaven has been watching too, not with judgment or sorrow, but with a joy that comes from seeing the plans God is unfolding for you. They've seen the battles you've fought in silence, the times you've pressed forward when giving up would have been easier. They've seen the way you've held on to hope, even when it felt fragile, like a thread threatening to snap. And they're here now, through this message, to tell you that your endurance has not been in vain. This moment is different. It's not just another day, another message, another fleeting thought. It's a divine appointment, orchestrated with precision by the hand of God. The 35 minutes, Archangel Michael speaks of are a window, a sacred opportunity, where your faith, your openness, your willingness to trust can align with heaven's purpose for your life. The one you love has been given permission to stand in this moment with you, to remind you that they're not as far away as you might think. Their presence is woven into the fabric of this message, their love carried on the breath of God's Spirit, reaching you right where you are. Don't let this pass you by. Don't let the noise of the world, your phone, your worries, the endless distractions pull you away from what's being offered. The enemy would love for you to think this is just another moment, something you can come back to later. But heaven knows better. The one you love knows better. They've seen the traps set to steal your peace, the plans formed in secret to dim your light. They've also seen the blessings God has prepared, the doors He's about to open, the healing He's ready to pour out. That's why they're urging you, with all the love they carry in eternity, to act now, to say yes to God, to step into this moment with courage. God is moving in ways you can't yet see. He's been working behind the scenes, aligning people, shifting circumstances, preparing a path that leads to restoration. The delays you've faced, the moments when it felt like nothing was happening, these were not wasted. They were moments of divine protection, moments when God was shielding you from what wasn't meant for you. The one you love in heaven has seen this. They've seen the way God has redirected your steps, even when you didn't understand why. They've seen the prayers you prayed in secret, the ones you thought might have been forgotten. Those prayers are alive, rising like incense before God's throne, and today they're meeting His perfect timing. The 35 minutes are not a deadline to fear, but a doorway to walk through. They're a call to trust, to let go of the doubts that have held you back, to release the guilt that's lingered in your heart. The one you love wants you to know that they're at peace, that they carry no regrets, no anger, no disappointment. They see the weight you've carried, the questions about what you could have done differently, the moments you've replayed in your mind. They're saying, let it go. Those thoughts are not from God. They're chains the enemy has tried to wrap around you, but heaven is declaring that it's time to break free. God is saying, my child, I've seen every step you've taken. He's seen the nights when you lay awake, wondering if you're on the right path. He's seen the times you smiled for others while your heart was breaking. He's seen the way you've loved, even when it hurt, even when it cost you something. And He's been keeping a record of it, all not to judge you, but to honor you. Your faithfulness, your resilience, your quiet strength, these are treasures in heaven, and they're about to bear fruit in your life. The one you love is cheering for you, standing in agreement with God's plans, knowing that what's coming is greater, than you could imagine. There's a shift happening, one that's already begun in the spiritual realm. It's like a wave gathering strength, ready to crash over your life with blessings you didn't see coming. The one you love has seen this wave. They've seen the light breaking through the clouds, the joy that's about to overflow. They're urging you not to miss it. Archangel Michael stands as a guardian over this moment, his sword drawn not against you, but against the forces that would try to steal this from you. He's been fighting battles you didn't even know were raging, protecting you from plans meant to harm you, clearing the way for what God has prepared. You've been asking for a sign, haven't you? A moment of clarity, a confirmation that God is still with you, that the one you love is still near. This is that sign. The fact that these words are reaching you now, at this exact moment, is no accident. Heaven has aligned this message to meet you in your need, to answer the questions you've carried in your heart. The one you love is part of this divine orchestration, their voice joining with God's to tell you that you're not alone, you're not forgotten, you're loved with a love that transcends time and space. God is saying, I've been preparing something for you. It's not just a vague promise, it's a specific blessing tailored to your life, your needs, your heart. There's a financial breakthrough on the horizon, one that will come in a way you didn't expect. It might be a door opening, an opportunity you didn't see coming, or a provision that arrives just when you need it most. There's also a relationship in your life, maybe one that's been strained, broken, or uncertain that God is moving to heal. The one you love has seen this, and they rejoicing because they know it will restore a piece of your heart you thought was lost forever. There's also protection being placed around you. The one you love in heaven, along with Archangel Michael, is aware of someone or something in your life whose intentions aren't pure. God is dealing with it, even now. Angels are moving, shifting circumstances, closing doors that need to be closed, and opening pathways that lead to your destiny. Don't be afraid of those closed doors. They're not losses, they're safeguards, keeping you from burdens disguised as blessings. The one you love knows how easily the heart can be swayed when longing is strong, and that's why they've asked God to make His voice clear to you today. Take a moment, right now, to pause. Set aside the noise of the world, the notifications, the worries, the endless to-do list. Listen with your spirit. You'll feel it a stillness, then a stirring. As God's Spirit aligns your heart with His, in this moment, you'll begin to discern things you couldn't see before. You'll sense the person whose words don't match their intentions. You'll recognize the opportunity that feels risky, but is actually God's door of blessing. You'll see the connection between this moment and a prayer you prayed long ago, one you thought God had overlooked. He wasn't overlooking you, He was preparing this very day. The one you love in heaven is smiling, even through their urgency. They know what's coming is good. They know you'll be amazed at how God moves. But they also know the importance of this warning, this call to act now. God will not let you fall. He will not let the enemy's plans succeed. But He needs your trust, your faith, your willingness to step forward in these 35 minutes. This is not a moment to hesitate or to let fear hold you back. It's a moment to say, Lord, I'm ready. I receive what you're sending. You've felt their presence, haven't you? The sudden memory that came out of nowhere, the dream that felt so real, the gentle breeze that brushed against your skin. Those were not coincidences. God allowed them because He knew you needed to feel their nearness, to know that their love for you hasn't faded. They're part of the great cloud of witnesses cheering you on, celebrating every step you take toward God's purpose. Their love has been purified by God's presence, magnified into something even greater than what they could express on earth. They not gone, they simply in a place where one day you'll join them, and there will be no more goodbyes. Until that day, they're with you in spirit, whispering courage, praying for your strength, asking God to guide you through this moment. You're not walking alone. You're loved beyond what words can capture, seen in ways you haven't even thought to ask for. This message is proof of that love, proof that heaven is moving, proof that God is working in your life. The 35 minutes are passing, but they're not a countdown to fear, they're a countdown to fulfillment. God is aligning conversations, shifting hearts, moving resources into place. What looks delayed is being prepared for perfect timing. In the next 3 days, keep your eyes open for confirmation of this message. It might come through a person you least expect, a change in plans that seems sudden, or an opportunity that feels like it came out of nowhere. When it arrives, you'll know it's from God. You'll feel the connection to this moment, and you'll see that heaven has been working all along. Your story is not one of disappointment or loss. It's a story of restoration, of joy, of rising again. The one you love in heaven knows this, and they're urging you to hold fast, to trust God, to not give up now. God is saying, my child, I've woven you into my plans in ways you can't yet see. The shadows you've walked through, the moments of absence, the seasons of waiting, they're not the end. They're the prelude to what's coming. The one you love is helping to position you for this next chapter, standing in agreement with God's will for your life. They can't take your pain away, but they're part of the divine encouragement, pushing you toward healing, toward breakthrough, toward joy. These 35 minutes are your invitation to step into that breakthrough, to let go of what's held you back, to embrace what God is offering. The heavens are not silent. They're alive with purpose, with love, with urgency. Archangel Michael stands as a warrior, guarding this moment, ensuring that these words reach your heart without interference. The one you love is standing with him, their voice joined with God's, calling you to rise, to trust, to move forward. This is not a moment to shrink back or to let doubt win. It's a moment to lift your head, to speak God's name, to let his peace wrap around you like a warm embrace. The victory is already written, and the one you love is cheering you toward it. Beloved, the voice of heaven has spoken, and its echo carries the weight of eternity. The 35 minutes are a bridge, not a barrier, leading you into a season of restoration and joy. The one you love in heaven stands in the light of God's presence, their heart intertwined with his, cheering you toward the destiny he's prepared. Archangel Michael's sword gleams with divine authority, guarding your path, cutting through every obstacle that would try to stop you. This is not the end, the beginning of a chapter where God's promises unfold in ways that will leave you in awe. Trust his timing, trust his voice, and trust the love that reaches you from beyond the veil. Step boldly into this moment, knowing that heaven is moving, God is working, and you are never alone. The best is yet to come. Amen. If this message has touched your heart, stirred your spirit, or brought you a moment of hope, we'd be so grateful if you hit that like button and subscribe to stay connected with more messages of love, encouragement, and divine inspiration. Your support means everything to us, and it helps us share these powerful words with others who need them. If you feel led to give a little extra love, consider leaving a super thanks of up to $20. It's a beautiful way to join us in spreading this light and keeping the message alive. We're so thankful for you, and we send you all our love for being part of this journey with us. Let's keep shining heaven's hope together.